And we've got bananas in chat from a load of fantastic people. Not going to read out names today. Just want to say massive thank you to everyone for throwing the bananas in chat. The bananas in chat mean that we're live on the twitch.tv/Asuma, and you might be watching this on my second YouTube channel. So hello to all of you over there. It's not live for you, okay? I'm responding to some... I'm going to put that one up there. We don't even use this one anymore. Delete. Error. Let's log in. Yeah, I had some comments on my second channel. I don't actually read comments on my second channel intentionally, but every now and then I go over there and I saw some confused comments about being live, so thought I'd mention it. It's live on Twitch. Live on Twitch, peeps, not on YouTube. Let's go. Throw this down. Grab our toolbox. Grab a bed and sleep. Sleep the night away. We've got to jump in the bed twice. It's really strange. Our multiplayer sleep system, still broken. It's going to be released broken, fortunately. Worked for ages, and we didn't change anything. And then one day it was like, oh, you got to sleep twice now, and it was, what's caused that? No Minecraft update, no pack update. Just one day it was like, nah, not anymore. So peeps, I'm in the middle of recording an episode that comes out tomorrow. So I went to Bloodstock yesterday, which is a festival, and after a couple of busy days doing other things, I find myself squeezed for time. So we're actually going to do something in this stream that is directly for an episode, which is something I don't normally do. So you're getting kind of a different stream today. Yeah, so anyway, how's anyone doing? I'm going to talk about my journeys, my travels yesterday. Hi, Mr. Zombie. How are you doing? What is a sub? A yellow submarine, says Aussie Geek Girl. A sub is a subscriber. Someone who subscribes to the Twitch channel. Orb Strider, for example, with the derp faces, is a subscriber. The derp faces are part of the emotes that you can throw down. You can throw at me. Have I got any more food? Is that it? Really? Really? Is that really it? Food box is that colour. Wow. I don't eat the apples. I just keep them. That's like a Hermitcraft tradition. Some of y'all might know about that. Okay, let's grab... That should be in a different chest. I added a new chest. Why are you not in there? Jeez, get in there. Come on now. We need a crafting bench and then we can make some wheat. Hello, X, how many persons are you, says Chronix? I'm one person, believe it or not. Didn't I pick out like a half stack of bread or something? Oh, sorry, wheat. And now I've got a full stack. 42, that sounds about right, yeah. So I've got this problem with my mouse that's messing me up constantly lately. I think I need a new mouse. When I click, it double clicks. That's a bit of a problem. Right, and I need to blow my nose. I've got a very runny nose today, peeps. Bear with me. I apologise. Oh, I'm a bit bunged up from yesterday. Yeah, so yesterday set up some sort of runny nose allergies or something like that. Oh, so I'm all bunged up. I'm all bunged up. Alu Cat says you need to blow up your nose. I didn't say blow up. Jeez, I said blow my nose. That might be an English expression. That might be exclusive to this country. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a thing that we say. So I need a certain amount of these materials. So I should probably get a good idea of what I need in mind. Let's go through the noises in the ear. We have Dreamadon subscribing. Dreamadon, thank you so much for subscribing. Greatly appreciate the support. Darth Medi is here, resubscribing for 16 months in a row. And Melody Howard has resubscribed for 8 months in a row, saying more pufferfish, please. There'll be more, Melody. We're going to let the chaos and the havoc unfold. And after that, we'll probably throw down some more as we terrorise the server with pufferfish goodness. Where is Evil X? What has he been scheming, says Brob. I've seen Evil X around quite a lot. I'm surprised that other people haven't noticed him, to be honest. You know? When will a 1.13 version of more mod heads be released to the public, X? The one on your site no longer works in the 1.13 update. It'll be released today. What are the plans for today, says Tasserolic. The plans are to gather some materials to build a Cubfan statue of all things. And you're probably thinking, what? Cubfan statue? Cubfan isn't online as well. We've got Doc and Jevin and Biff are online, and 2 of them are AFK. Walkers says morning Walkers. By the way, to those of you asking about my cup of tea, I actually have a mocha. I had 3 cups of coffee yesterday and it has messed me up. I needed them to stay alert while I was driving home. And that's something I wanted to talk about actually, my travels, because boy oh boy was it just crazy yesterday. Took me 3.5 hours to get there and 3.5 hours to get home. Shouldn't have taken that long at all. But there are good reasons why both ways. So somewhere here I've got a list of materials that I need. Quartz, coal, wool, all that's been taken care of. So I need 2 stacks for cyan. 1, 2. And I think... yeah, we've probably got enough. Probably could do with a little bit more white, but we can make it. I'd like to kind of stock up, but I think maybe we should wait until we've got a beacon so we can be a little bit time smart over here. You know? Because this isn't very time effective mining without a beacon. But we need these materials. I don't have a beacon yet. Maybe I'll start work on getting one of those soon. Who knows? So we'll get just a tiny bit more. I'm pretty sure we got well and truly enough, but we'll get a tiny bit more over here. And I'm literally going to mine this until it ends there. Oh, there's one more block. There we go. That's me done. Right. Pack the stuff away. Mark says, when you in Europe is this afternoon? No, it's the morning, although getting close to midday. Usually I stream earlier than this, but I was at a festival yesterday and I got back very late. And oh, I already had a bed in my inventory. Well, that's typical, isn't it? That's just typical. I guess I put the other bed away, so we won't worry about that. Okay, axe on there. Pick this thing up. Pick that thing up. And then we're good to leave. We are good to leave. And what is the best way out of it? Just going to drop down here and head over there. What is your plan, X? Says Zizak. We're going to build a Cubfan statue. I know the perfect place to build it. Oh yeah, that thing. That caught me out. Minko F. Bain has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you for using your Prime subscription on me, buddy. Greatly appreciated. Peeps, time for some professional streaming. Putting up a little advertisement. If you're unaware, you can use Amazon Prime to subscribe to someone on Twitch. I bet that is a great decision for the Amazon people. I'm literally advertising their service. I don't use Amazon. I'm going to say that now. I'm going to go, hey peeps, I don't use Amazon Prime. You know, I don't use it. I think it's a waste of money to get extra stuff a little bit earlier. Jackass says, hi X, I couldn't find the Ender Dragon loot table file on your website. I believe it is... well, it'll be on there, it'll be on the downloads page. Should definitely be on the downloads page. I think what people don't do on the downloads page is they don't use the search feature. All the files are listed there for you. You've got to either look or search for it. As Loy says, Amazon Prime is my least favourite Transformer. Oh, Sloy with the joke. Sloy with the joke there. I get it, buddy. Jeez. I like it, actually. It's a good one. I like it. Yeah, so I guess I kind of want to get into story time a little bit. Let's finish with the noises in the air. We have Anita520T resubscribed for 25 months in a row saying, haha, sub before I love cats. Waking up early. For the win, 25 months. Hype. Morning X. Now go back to bed. Me? You want me to go back to bed? I want to do a live stream. That'll take me to my base. I don't actually want to go to my base, so we'll go this way. Thanks so much for the support, Anita. Greatly appreciated as always. Yes, you successfully beat cats again. You're very fond of beating cats to the resubscribe, aren't you? We also got Gushy here, resubscribing 2 months in a row. I feel like I read that one out, so maybe I just read those twice, if that's the thing. Please forgive me, I've had very little sleep and I have a lot of caffeine in my system. Speaking of which, I got a cup of mocha here. I just feel like my body's on the fritz a bit, and I need a mocha to kind of keep me awake. But after that, I need to detox. Man, I need to detox from the caffeine. I hate it. It's necessary at the time, and I certainly enjoy it at the time, but man, it gives you like a caffeine hangover. It's horrible. We're going to go to this portal over here. That's where we're going to do some building. Hey X, do you know anything about the villagers mod Tango's been working on? Yeah, if you watch his video, he explains in a fair bit of detail like what his plans are and what he's up to. So I reserved this space for a build. What I didn't do is reserve the space opposite my shop where we're going to build something temporarily. And fortunately, there is space down here. Hey X, I'm sure you heard, but Mumbo and Iskal got hit with your pufferfish's sins. Awesome. I hope I get to see that. Oh, was it when they went through the end portal? I really wanted to know who removed that. Please tell me it was when they went through the end portal. I wish I had more time. I would love to make a montage of all the people getting hit by the pufferfish. If anyone would be so kind as to help me with that, maybe tweet me some timestamps. Oh, that would be so great. I would love to put that in an episode. But I just don't have the time, was the problem. This is like an even width and... Sorry, odd width, and we're going to build even width. So I think what I might actually do... Ooh, wait, there's a new path, and they're using the same layout over here. I like it. Maybe it's going to be a bridge into the new shopping area. Maybe we won't build it here, actually. I mean, it's a pretty lame reason not to build it there. I think actually I'm going to build it somewhere very visible. I could build it on top of Impulse's shop and put like a path going up there. That would be so ridiculous. So this space might be a good spot. But I'm also thinking maybe on top of here, facing down there. Apparently Doc died from a pufferfish. I saw that. It was in Iskal's base, Mumbo's shop, and the end portal. Aha! So they got multiple times. Wow. They'll be angry with me. Is this modded or vanilla, says Exceed? You're watching a vanilla server. Right, I kind of need to sleep again, don't I? Let's throw down the beds. That was weird. I'm going to drink some mocha now. Rickard says Cleo got hit 3 times. Yeah, Cleo was hilarious. Rude. Rude. Oh, she got the worst of it though, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to stick to the plan and build it down here. Also, when I advertise this to the other hermits, it's going to bring them to the area, which would be a good thing for business. That is like a pack of 3. Oh, did I literally have 1 arrow? Well, I will leave them alone. I will leave them alone. Here's what we've got to do. I've got to log on to another server, peeps. Oh, it's time for me to do a plug. I've got to log on to play.asumavoid.com. That means that I've got to launch Minecraft 1.12, which I'm doing right now, and I've got to go over to play.asumavoid.com. Free to play on server. Did I mention that? Did I mention it as a free to play on server? You should go and check it out. I am going to be building something that someone else built. I need to get a hold of their name so I can credit them in my video. Platinum Jewel says, are you going to use Wells Wool Shop? Yes, if I need wool. However, I have had plans and I've been designing a new, well, not a new type of wool farm, but I've been playing around with some concepts. You guys know that I know how to get wool in ridiculous quantities. Like, we can get wool in quantities that are like, hey, do you want to build something that requires 20 stacks of wool? X has got you covered. You saw me do it last season, you saw me do it in Season 3. I want to do it again, but I want to make an even cleverer system for doing it this time. And I've been messing around with some stuff with redstone and thinking through some ideas. And I think later on in the season, I would like to make a mega sheep farm in the end dimension and try and get... Oh, there's some... Oh, wait, you can't see this screen. Never mind. Oh, I've logged in with the wrong account. Sorry, peeps. Technical delays. Yeah, so later on in this season, I want to make like an absolute beast mode sheep farm. Mr. Slinky says, oh my god, assume this is too early for me. I woke up an hour ago to feed my lambs, then I see this. I need more sleep, but keep up the work. I don't know how long I'll be watching. Alright, well, if it's too early for you, you know, I stream when I stream. What can I say? So we've got Pyro Burnium resubscribed for 2 months in a row saying, I just want my emotes. Feel free to spam some in chat. Well, I say spam. You know, Nightbot deletes messages more than 4, I think. Thank you for your support, buddy. Sir, thanks a lot is here. He likes to thank and he cannot lie. Saying, resubscribing for 25 months. Saying, first stream in a month. Have been on a road trip from Australia to Gibraltar and back for a month. And suddenly, Season 6 appears. I was going to say, I said Australia. I was thinking, Gibraltar? Isn't that somewhere in Middle Eastern, sort of European region, like Turkey, Israel, somewhere around there? Or Gibraltar? Am I getting that entirely wrong? And then Austria, not Australia. Dude, I hope you had a great time. Road trip sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. Thank you for the support. The Diamond Door has subscribed to Amazon Prime. But I've left the thing on the screen. Jeez, I'm such an idiot. So professional. Shizuku there with the overlay plug and the face palm. Yep, you can face palm all you like on that one. The Diamond Door, thank you for your subscription. Blaze Junkie 82 resubscribed for 29 months in a row, and I Love Cats resubscribing for 25 months in a row, saying totally resubscribe before Anita. Time is only relative, so for me, I totally resubscribe. Resubscribe first, 100% totally. Cats, are you trying to suggest that there was some sort of delay within the Twitch system and that they have conspired against you to make it look like you resubscribed second? I mean, it could be a thing. You could hit the resubscribe button. It could take a little bit longer than someone else's. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not setting the rules to these things. If you teleport to me, you will see what we're going to build. Actually, if you teleport to me on play.thesumovoid.com right now, there is a really, really cool build for you to check out, and you will know what I am now doing. So we start off with a base of coal blocks. Let's go. I wish I could put both of these on the screen at once. That would be so amazing. I mean, I can, but it will go wrong at some point is probably what's going to happen. Gibraltar is a British territory. Ah, Yoko. It's isn't it an island? It's somewhere off Spain, right? Like a little. Because I guess when you read road trip, I think landlocked. But I guess you know a road trip can include. Ah, this is what we need. We need 10 of these, I think. Actually, maybe more than that. Okay, I think people are teleporting to me and pushing me around on the other server. This thing is... Wait, is that 4? Yeah, it's 4 wide, so we need 8. Plus 2. Excellent, we got all we need. So it won't be perfectly symmetrical, therefore we will build it off to the side deliberately. That, my friends, is Cubfan's feat. Pretty cool, right? Then we're going to build the bottom of Cubfan's trousers. Finito. Then we're going to build part of Cubfan's body. So it's going to go up by 2, and then we're going to have 2 pieces of grey. Right, this is where I need to start making some other materials. I also need another 3 of those blocks, I believe. We're now going to need some walls and dyes. So I think it was like, what, 2 light grey, 3 cyan, a red, and a yellow. Did I say 3 cyan? I did. That should get us all that we need here. So, 3 of these, 1 of those, 1 of those. Oh, and remember, peeps, you can dye different colours. Like I can dye that, which is pretty awesome. Thanks to data packs. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Right, I'm going to drink a little bit more of my mocha. Why are you building cubs, says Harry Potter? You'll have to tune into tomorrow's stream to find out. There's a very good reason that I am building a Cubfan, though. Meow says, are you seriously building Cubfan? I am. I'm 100% serious, peeps. We're building a Cubfan. Now, I want to check out the back of Cubfan as well. Okay, the back is entirely white. That's going to make my life a lot easier. We're going to go up by 3 blocks. Then we're going to go out to the side and go up by another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 and 5 is the one to remember. I'm also going to need a little bit of that white clay. Let's start with the back. So 1, 2, 3. And is the clay level with it? It is. 1, 2, like that. So those Cubfan's hands. Same over on this side. So there's our 3, and now we got to go up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I'm actually going to need more wool in my inventory, right? Which is why I have lots of wool. X, do you like cola or Pepsi, says Ricard. I don't like fizzy drinks at all. I don't drink them. I like water. Water's my favourite drink, and tea. Probably a close second. I'm fond of hot chocolate, but I try not to have sugary things very often. I really think... one of the things I'm going to talk about later is a podcast that I listen to on the way home. And again, I always listen to people talk about diet, people who know what they're talking about, and eating habits, because I want to constantly reinforce this idea in my mind of, like, how can I get better with my eating? And something they bring up is those fizzy drinks. I think the fizzy drinks are really terrible. They're like a gateway drug, you know. It's so easy to just have a fizzy drink. You know, like, there it is, bam, just have a sip, refreshing, whatever. But, like, it's just liquid sugar. You're just constantly putting liquid sugar into your system. And sugar, you know, kind of messes up your eating cravings and eating habits. And it's not particularly great stuff, those fizzy drinks. I'm really glad that I never got into a habit of drinking them. They're probably some of the harder habits to kick. Because that is just like sugar on demand. It's so easy to consume. You know, pop open a can, it's cold, it's fresh, it's refreshing to drink, it's tasty. But not particularly healthy in the slightest. So next bit goes here. Then a yellow to the side of it. Then we have a red and a cyan. Like this. Then we have our 3 coal blocks. Then we have Cubfan's neck. And then some cyan like that. Now this leaves some little gaps underneath that we're going to fill in. And I'm going to sneeze. Whew, there we go. Orb Strider says, same, I hate fizzy drinks, but I love fresh juice. If you are into drinking fruit juice, make sure you're actually drinking juice from a fruit. As strange as that sounds, if you go buy one of these, I forget what they're called. What are they called? What's the name of the brand? Usually got like a nature organic kind of name for them. If you're drinking a sugary fruit juice drink, it's the same problem. It's flavoured like you know, like fruit. Feels a bit more healthy to drink, but it's probably loaded with sugar. So avoid those as well if you can. I'm forgetting the name of them. Someone in chat's going to tell me the name of one of those. I like how your mouse moved when you sneezed, says Kid X. Thanks. I'm glad you liked that, because I didn't enjoy it. Jeez. Right, so we're on to the face next. The face is going to be kind of like a big part of this, so we're going to need to craft some materials. Probably do it in a couple of stages. I don't have a lot of resources at the moment, and one thing I don't like to do anyway is end up making more of something than I actually need. So we'll do it a little bit at a time and try not to overuse our materials. We got a noise in here from Sinkins10, resubscribed 2 months in a row, saying, long time viewer, just got my first month gifted from Shaq Daddy. Oh, never forget the Shaq Daddy. I think Shaq Daddy might have been someone just passing by and doing some random kindness on Twitch, because I don't think we've seen a Shaq Daddy since. That was a month ago. Figured I'd carry it on. Well, thank you for carrying it on, Sinkins. Appreciate that ever so much. Hope you're enjoying being a subscriber, having some emotes, and a derp face next to your name. Sunny D is the best, says Harry Lamb. Yes, great example. It is not the best. So Sunny D is not a healthy alternative to fizzy drinks. It is a rammed full of sugar, fruit-flavoured drink. So be wary of those healthy-sounding fruit drinks as well. You might be thinking I'm a little bit pessimistic. Maybe I am, but it's just how the food industry is. They engineer stuff to be to make you buy it, to be craving. You know, to make you want more before it is the healthy option, right? The healthy option in competition with the sugary stuff. People generally go for the sugary stuff, right? Let's start off with a stack for now. I know we're going to... Actually, we probably are going to need 2 stacks. I mean, I calculated a lot of this stuff. And if we grab the rest of this, we may be able to just do this all in one go. Let's see. Oh, I also need some quartz. Mr. Honkit says if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Oh, there could be some truth to that. I'm going to stop drink that and make homemade smoothie. Davy, great idea. Homemade smoothies, that's a great way to go. They can be sugary too, depending on what ingredients you put in. But if you use actual fruit, you are getting the sugar in a fruit is much better for your system. It's the proper way to consume those sugars because they're different types of sugars. Let's. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. A little bit of a ladder. I Love Cats is here throwing bits at me saying cheers. Fresh orange juice is the best. I have 14 orange trees in my yard with 3 different kinds of oranges. My great-grandpa was a citrus farmer. I enjoy drinking some orange juice with a salad in the morning. That sounds healthy, my friend. GG, cats. That sounds like a healthy way to start the day. Thanks so much for the bits. Greatly appreciated. We also have Zenariz here, subscriber of Amazon Prime. Zenariz, thank you for your subscription. I appreciate using the Prime on me. What happens if you have Pepsi Max, says Camran. Good question. I'm not sure if Pepsi Max is the same as Diet Coke, but I can tell you the info on Diet Coke. So the idea is Diet Coke, less sugar, right? Unfortunately, Diet Coke is even worse than drinking regular Coke because the lack of sugar means your body is getting these sweet receptors that are like sugar, but it's not actually getting the sugar. And if you drink a lot of Diet Coke, it will make you more vulnerable to putting on weight when you eat sugary things because your body gets used to going, here comes the sugar doesn't arrive, false alarm, and then when you get actual sugar, it doesn't deal with it as effectively. So watch out for that. I'm going to build the base of Cubfan's back of his head now. I'd love it if Cubfan tuned in right now and it was just like, just building the back of Cubfan's head, you know, don't worry about it, just a thing that we do here on the stream. I'm going to drink some more of this coffee, which is not particularly a great choice, but like I said, I'm exhausted from yesterday. Dead Orbit says fake news. I mean, what I'm saying is to the best of my knowledge, and a lot of it seems legit. I mean, I'm always open for someone to come in and go, well, actually, X, what about this? Always open to that. But I am always trying to listen to people and see what seems logical based on what I can learn and know. Cat's there also saying Diet Coke tricks your body into thinking there is sugar. That's really bad for it. Yeah, think about it. Like, think of any food, like protein. Imagine if you could eat something that was like protein but wasn't, and it tricked your body into thinking it was protein. The same way a Diet Coke tricks your body into thinking it's sugar. You can kind of understand how, yeah, that's like your body's going to go, here comes the protein. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on? You know, then when real protein comes along, it's like the boy that cried wolf. You know, that old tale, right? Amank says, shut up, X, stop rambling. I mean, I don't know if you're genuinely angry with what I'm saying. Don't delete the message, mods. It's cool. If someone's generally angry with what I'm saying right now, tell me why. Express thyself. Not with like, oh, shut up, but like, you know, articulate thy thoughts. Oh, man, I've got to admit that is a tasty, tasty mocha right there. Okay, so front of Cubfan's head now is all beard, actually. Jeez, Cubfan, rocking a big beard. It's 3 wide, and then at the very front we're going to have a extension by 2 blocks. There's a load of people just hanging out on top of Cubfan on the other world as well. It's quite amusing to me. Will you publish your turtle texture, says Ank the Bear. Yeah, when the resource pack of Vanilla Tweaks is ready for 1.13, it's going to be a part of it for sure. Mr. Honkit says, well, a dentist would probably prefer that you drink Diet Coke because of the lack of sugar. Well, no, a smart dentist would prefer that you drink water, right? A smart dentist would prefer that you stop putting these contracted addictive drinks into your body, I guess. Do you like figs, says Oba? I'm not really a fan of figs. I like fig rolls though. I've never really had figs on their own. I guess when Amanx is joking. Love you rambling. Oh, there you go. I guess when I was a kid, like, I did eat like a lot of fruits, but I was a bit fussy with fruits as well. And then as I get older, like, I try and undo all of that. So like, I've started eating apricots. And before I would have told you, apricots are disgusting. Rah! You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Just, I don't believe you should have some like idea in your head that somehow some type of food just doesn't work for you. You know, it's this weird personality trait I see over and over again, where we seem to like to glorify our negativity sometimes towards something, right? Does it really go all the way around like that? I've got to double check what I'm building here. I like to glorify negativity to, we like to be proud that, oh, I will definitely not eat this food. This food's disgusting. I tell you, if you're starving, you're going to be so happy to see a banana. Let's say you hate bananas, right? Bananas are the worst, right? If you're starving, you're going to love a banana. Jeez. That'd be the happiest sight in the world if you hadn't eaten for days. Goodness me, a banana. Yes, please. Got to stop glorifying our negative tendencies, I guess. A smart dentist will have you drink more soda because they will get more money from operations, etc. The crafting dead. I mean, you might be cracking a funny joke there, but it's one of the things in this world, like what you highlighted there, is one of the things that concerns me a lot about the nature of business, is that you can profit from negative things like that. And you're absolutely right. Like over here in the UK, we have the NHS, and a lot of people in this country love the NHS, and one of the fears of it being privatised is that there is incentive to create profit, and then things like that could be true. If you go to a private dentist, they are incentivized for your teeth to be unhealthy so they can provide you a service. I mean, it sounds really negative. I'm not saying that's actually what's going to happen, but it's certainly a possibility, and there have been examples of these things happening. So it's a worrisome thing. It's all born out of, I guess, what we believe to be necessary in life, right? Like, it's got to be about material wealth or something, rather than the well-being of another human. Something like that. Right. Flame Abyss and Big Ownage have subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate your Prime subscriptions. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're enjoying the Cubfan we're building over here. Oh man, I need to finish this now. It's like, it's lovely, tasty, but it's losing its heat. Watch Eat Well for Less. That sounds good, Cameron. I think I might have actually seen that. Sounds like a documentary that I'm familiar with. Jackie Boy says X, it's called cognitive bias. I'm not sure what I was talking about a moment ago was called cognitive bias. Cognitive bias, cognition is like the gears of your brain, right? Cognition is like the neurological pathways that get fired over again. Your brain is like a series of habits and routines and rituals. Maybe not rituals, but like recurring thoughts and ways of thinking and feeling that are kind of repetitive. The older you are, the more you understand that. Like there's a thing, people get more comfortable with themselves with age because you get more used to that. Anyway, what was it? Did you say cognitive bias? I mean, bias is being sort of partially drawn one way to one thing or another. I don't think it's cognitive bias. What I was pointing out was just, if you make making money the primary motive, it is possible for people to make money by doing things that are negative to people in society. And the worry is that that is going to happen if you do something like privatising the NHS. A technical term for the potential negative business practices is perverse incentive. That's a great way of describing it. Perverse incentive. I like that. That's yeah, that's a cool little phrase for explaining that. Ooh, excuse me, just burped. Couldn't hold that one back. Amank says, have you seen Wells Knight's sheep farm? Hang on one sec. What's Doc saying? Have you listened to Firepower yet? The newest Judas Priest album. This might be a better way, because I saw Judas Priest play last night. Oh yeah, also wrote about it on my blog. I haven't seen Wells's sheep. I think I've messed up my opportunity to patrol. Yeah, I was going to troll, but I don't think trolling is possible right now. Anyway, so yesterday I went to Bloodstock Festival and I watched Judas Priest, Emperor, which was the main reason I went there, to see them play their anthems to Welcome in Dust record. So, speaking of plugging the music blog, I've written about Judas Priest's newest record on there. I've written about both of my favourite Emperor albums, which I've seen played in their entirety at the Bloodstock Festival. And yesterday I made the trip up there again. 3.5 hours driving each direction. We'll go into the details of that later on because it was pretty interesting. Well, maybe stories about driving are not that interesting. I think I'm going to need some more terracotta. Let's actually get to the point where we definitely know we need it. But let's talk about the festival first of all. So, I mean, I was kind of waiting to tell Doc about what I think about Firepower. Okay, listening, awesome. So, Doc, Firepower, like, I've seen Priest a fair few times live over the years, and none of their new records really did it for me. I mean, what did we live through? Like Nostradamus, I think that's pretty much it actually, because they didn't put out a lot of records in the noughties, I think. Actually, now I've got a feeling I'm missing out on something or forgetting something. But anyway, Firepower is like such a solid record for a band that have done that sound like time and time again. I kind of went into this new Judas Priest record with this mindset of like, all right, you know, this band's heyday is well and truly gone. You know, they're old, but somehow they pulled out a record that is really kind of like difficult to knock because it's just really well done. And when I listen to a band like Priest coming out with a new record, or any old band with that, I'm kind of worried that they're going to do the same old thing, right? And it's like, you kind of want to hear, I want to hear new sounds as a listener, right? Like, it's great when a new sound comes along and then you can kind of overdo it. And this Priest record isn't like a new sound. It's not like they've reinvented themselves. And often or not, when bands don't reinvent themselves, I find it not to be that interesting. But I think Judas Priest just pulled it off in a way where you couldn't really deny what they were doing at all. So, dude, at Wacken, his performance was so magnificent. He was so good. I had goosebumps all the time. Doc, have you seen Halford perform any time in the past? Because I watched him at Bloodstock, and I think one of the things that can make you feel like a performance is really great or something is if you sing it for the first time. The first time I saw Judas Priest, I have like vivid memories of someone tipping a beer over my head. That's an interesting one because we were moshing in an area where I don't think people appreciated us moshing. But I was young, I was full of energy, and I was just like screaming Priest at the top of my lungs over and over again. And like that was the most insane performance, like Judas Priest. But it was also the first time I've seen him live, so I was really hyped up. Then I saw him again at like Wembley Arena once, and like that was amazing. Got really close to the front. And then you see him a few more times, and I think the spark fades a little bit for me each time you see a band live. Like, I don't get quite that same energy over and over again. So when I saw Priest yesterday, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. They played loads. I really liked the set, actually. They kind of went through lots of the back catalogue and picked a song off of each old record, because they got a lot of old records. And they put on a really good show, but I didn't think it was anything particularly special. It was kind of like an old band doing their thing. But yeah, anyway, their new record, Firepower, like, Judas Priest are one of those bands that everyone should take the time to go listen to, because if it's for you, you will love it. Like, Judas Priest are just incredible. And their new album, like, kind of, you know, brings some of that glory again. Alright, let's make some more Cyan Dye. At Wacken with 80,000 fans going crazy, and me being on the main sound mixer, so it's quite special. Yeah, I guess watching it from up there is pretty superb. Yeah, I haven't been to Wacken. A bit iffy about going abroad for a concert because I'm terrible with other languages. I have a real hard time like learning and understanding them, so I've never actually gone to Wacken. Painkiller is my favourite, says Cameron. That's one of my favourites. They didn't play the one song that I really would have loved to hear, which was, oh my god, British Steel. It's like one of the deeper tracks. It's got a bit of a reggae vibe to it. Everyone speaks English, says Doc. That's probably so. I'm not surprised by that. Where are we up to now with the Cubfan face? We're at the eyes. Let's just swing around the... So on the Plot World server, there is a load of people just standing on top of Cubfan fighting each other. Brilliant. That's wonderful. Alright, so then it's just plain white terracotta across the front here. I just made a lot more of this cyan stuff. I might not actually need it. It's all plain across the top, actually. I think I know what we're doing here now. So we're... This bit here is plain, right? I think... Is that the shape I'm doing? Yes, that's it. So that... Fill up the space. Oh, and that's all I needed. Great. I needed 8 more, and I crafted a whole stack. Yeah, that is going to take you a lot of time, Doc. For sure. Anyway, guys, go if you're open to listening to music, go check out Judas Priest. Everyone will tell you to start with British Steel. It's an absolute classic, but they've got so much other good stuff in their back catalogue as well. If you're already a fan of metal, you like the heavier stuff, Painkiller is one heck of a song. And they're just an incredible band with an incredible sound. And what's really crazy is that if you look at the sort of lineage of heavy metal history, they were seriously heavy before other people were heavy. Like before heavy came a thing, you had Judas Priest and they were just terrifyingly heavy, probably at the time. Tertafu says, Priest is amazing, been listening to them since the early 80s. Awesome. Turbo Lover, says the Anon Steve. Turbo Lover's a great song. That album was not particularly well received by fans at the time. I wasn't around when it was released, I guess, but I love that record. Great record. Great song as well. Okay, that is a statue of Cubfan, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it so looks like Cub. Oh no! I need like a Bumboni proof system on here, because I can see Iskall coming over here and putting a tash on it. If that happens, I'm saying it now, peeps. Y'all are witness to this. Don't tell him, but if Iskall comes over here and puts a Bumboni stash on that guy, he owes me a stack of diamonds. I'm telling you, that guy's got an addiction. We should lay down some rules now. We need to set up like the anti-Bumboni commission, right? And put like anti-Bumboni signs on things, because I don't want to see a Cub Bumboni over here. Jeez, I don't even know what to call it. Bumboni. That will happen, says Jai Funk. Yeah, as soon as I looked at it, I was like, uh oh. So we've got noises in the ear. Let's catch up. Flame Abyss. I believe we actually read those two. Watching people play things. Has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thank you for using. I agree, Doc. I mean, the Bumboni thing, amazing, but it needs to stay in its season, you know. Yeah, watching people play things. Thanks so much for subscribing. Mr. Cats, I Love Cats, is here throwing bits, saying their new album is pretty good. It's not Grr by Psycho Stick, but it's pretty good. It's a great album, man. It's a great album. Saw some really cool bands at Bloodstock. Got to see Bloodbath for the first time ever. I love that band. They've got so many good songs. Watched some new bands that were really good. They had some like slam death metal there, which I kind of love that stuff, like as a bit of a novelty, but I don't listen to it that seriously. Who else stood out? That was kind of it, really. Emperor was absolutely incredible. That was just that band are just astonishing. Their first 2 records, just 2 of the best I've ever heard. Right, so let me go check my list, because now that we built this, we can move on to doing some other things. So I don't need that list of materials, and that is done. We need to go grab some dark oak and some red clay. Yikes. How much clay do I have left? Oh, we got universal dyeing. Ah, I just remembered that I can dye this into red. So I've kind of probably got, hopefully, enough. I think I might need more clay than that. I totally forgot about that. When I was over there, I should have mined some more. Yikes. What I might do, peeps, is throw up in a mist map and see if we can visit a place for red clay and maybe go to a swamp nearby and get some clay as well. Regular clay. Hey, X, how do you organise your shulker boxes, says Blob. At the moment, they're sort of colour-coded, but, yeah, like sand is yellow, wood is brown, building blocks of that colour. I'm going to try and colour-code them a bit, but some don't always fit into that. But this season, like, everything is in boxes, and it's going to be organised, I guess, in my mind a little bit more than it is elsewhere. Can you sleep, homie? Sure thing. Right, I'm going to... Phantom's going mental. They do, don't they? I'm going to load up a mist quickly so I can look at the map of the world. Let's type in /seed. Oh. There we go. Why are you listening to an Orkan solo? Who's saying that in chat? Someone always says that when this song's on. Why are we listening to Orkan music? I like a bit of this dark organ music. It's cool. Jeb says, hi, just got here. What's with the Cub statue about? Oh, you'll find out in tomorrow's episode, my friend. You'll find out in tomorrow's episode. Right, I'm selecting the overworld on a mist. We're getting a map of the world, and we'll figure out where it is that we're heading to. And I'll come back here and I'll finish the Cub stuff at another time for now. The answer to why organ music is why not, says Pyroburnium. Exactly, why not? It's pretty dope. So there are swamps out and about. There is, they're kind of all this. I'm looking at the map. The swamps are all kind of like a bit of a trek anyway. So wherever we go, it's probably about picking the smartest form of transport to get somewhere, or maybe making a portal. Now we're at a... I think I know roughly where we are. I think the best way might be by... I think a portal. I think a portal makes the most sense. Let's make a portal to a big swamp area so we can go there and we can collect some clay. Now, I don't have a lot of obsidian. I know that I have one piece. So we need to go caving somewhere. Just trying to think, where's a good spot to go caving, really? I mean, I could just dig all the way down and find... I think we'll just use our little portal and go to our caves where we've got and stuff. Hey, you may want to repair your elytra first, though. Oh, I don't plan on doing too much flying, actually. I haven't got mending on it yet, so that's the thing. Thick Mac has subscribed with Amazon Prime. Thick Mac, thank you so much for subscribing, buddy. Greatly appreciate that support. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Dig straight down, says Arnday. Well, what I was sort of thinking in my mind was... Oh, there we go, rubber bands. If we go to, like, a new, fresh caving system, maybe we'll find some diamonds while we look for a lava lake, but... I mean, really, the goal here is to get obsidian, so let's just go to where we can find a lava lake straight away. Sky Sprinter says, up the music, please. It's hard to hear. I will turn it up a little notch, then. X, are you going to make another shop, says Sphifius. With time, yeah. In fact, maybe sooner than you expect. You'll see soon. Yeah, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about, right? Well, we're going to get in some deep conversation soon, but... the journey to Bloodstock and back, 3.5 hours both ways. So on the way there, massive delays of traffic, where I was like stuck between some big trucks going at like 5 miles an hour. Even using my handbrake on the motorway. I mean, that's some serious traffic when you use your handbrake on the motorway. This one right here is a bit of a nasty ravine. We're going to head further up, I think. But the crazy thing that happened was it rained so hard that I could barely see a thing in front of me going 70 miles an hour down the motorway, bombing it down that thing, and I just couldn't see like more than 10 meters in front of me. It was pretty hairy. It took a long time because of the delays, and then on the way back it took a long time more so because I was stopping to drink coffee and then I would sit. But on the way back I listened to a podcast with Henry Rollins and Joe Rogan, and boy oh boy was it like deeply fascinating, and Gave me a lot of food for thought. A lot of food for thought. Somewhere around here, there was like a cave system that I blocked off. Okay, you got water in you. I mean, there's obsidian, but it's a pain in the butt because of the water. This isn't it. Did Asuma do a face reveal? Yeah, says Mr. Mate. Yeah, my face reveal video's on my second channel. If you go to it and just search face reveal, you'll find it. Although, well, it's fast becoming one of my most popular uploads, so you might be able to find it by just selecting popular uploads. Maybe it's this bit here where there's... Aha! Aha! I'm pretty sure this leads to a nice big lava lake. Or not. Or it's just a dead end. Where do I download all of the Season 6 content for Hermitcraft? It's not out yet. Or maybe this is it itself. Maybe... I'm sure it was somewhere down here. No. I don't think it's that. This is something, though. Ha, we've got water here. See, we don't want this. This is a pain in the butt to mine, this stuff. Maybe it was after this point. X, what was the first version of Minecraft that you played on, says Randper? It was... Aha, this looks like it. This looks like it. Yes, this is it. It was like 1.1 or 2 or 3, somewhere around there. I think it was March 2010 that I first played Minecraft. Friend of mine says, hey, you probably like this game called Minecraft. Did I just lose my water? That's just cheeky. I don't think I've ever lost water that way before. Goodness me. Turns out they were right. I pirated the game. And then the same day I went, I'm going to buy this. This is great. And the rest is history. See, now we can do a little bit of exploring and maybe find diamonds. You mean alpha, says Rick. No, I think it was in beta at the time. Well, that's good. I definitely need some water. Zombie grown! I don't think I even got torches. Why is there no water? There's normally water somewhere nearby. Okay. I joined Diamonds, says Tire Bike. Good time to join, right? Good time to join. Now we just need a bucket of water. There's also a cave bit there. I don't know if it'll lead to water. Do you know what? Let's just turn around because we were going through some waterlogged caves a moment ago. That will probably be a good source of water. X, what mic is that? Says YT Gameplays. What mic is what? That wasn't it. It was behind us. This is it. This is it right here. Well, I can't get out of here now unless I break that one. Is that going to work? There we go. I'm going to sneeze. Whew. There we go. When do you want to make a myth-busting video, says Attila. I don't know. I might make one for next weekend, perhaps. It's Fozzie is here, resubscribing for 7 months in a row. It's Fozzie. Thank you so much for the resubscribe, buddy. Greatly appreciate it. Right, so let's get back to it. So I was watching this Henry Rollins and Joe Rogan podcast. Man, what an absolutely fascinating conversation the two of those had. Although it was mostly Rollins doing the talking. They started talking about diet again. Man, I really want to get on top of my diet. Because there I was like... I find it really hard to say no to treats and stuff. But I get in a good rhythm of like... keeping myself away from sugary stuff. But then when I'm on a day where I'm thrown out of my groove... it's so easy for my stomach to just feel upset, like I need to eat all the time when I'm not really sure if I do or not. And so what I've generally done lately is like kind of embrace it a little bit. It's like, alright, You know, on a day out, go on then, have a treat. Like, once in a while, it's fine. But it's not just a treat. It, like, messes up your flow. It messes up your, like, rhythm. You got, like, a groove going, right? Every day you're eating your salads and your vegetables and eating lean, eating smart. And then you go and have a treat one day and it seems to mess you up for a week. So I've been, like, messed up for a while now. Actually, it's since I had my little stomach cramp thing that I talked about. Oh, does that... Yeah, why did that not appear? That was weird. I should probably just leave, like, a whole bunch of this in my inventory, like I normally do, so I don't have to do stuff like this. Anyway, I guess to make a long story short, like they went into some real interesting detail about eating different types of food and what's good for you. I feel like I want to make a new plan. I want to like try and start over a little bit and rebuild my eating habits. Maybe do some research on what I'm eating and try and make some improvements. Really try and stick to a rhythm and not have any treats, because I just had too many. You know, too many yesterday. You have one, you don't feel satisfied. Now you got sugar cravings and you want to have another one. It's so annoying. Right, looks like we're doing a bit of caving, peeps, by the looks of it. I need to blow my nose today. Jeez. People are saying diamonds. You missed diamonds. I didn't miss diamonds. X, who has the most deaths this season so far? Set display. List. Deaths. 58! Doc, what are you doing? What are you doing? I did the wrong one, by the way. This should be swim. No, that's not the right one, right? HC. Swim KM shown. That one. Right, so then if we go sidebar, deaths. Iskow. Goodness me. Goodness me. I'm at the bottom of the list. Yay. Yay. Mr. Creeper gonna get exploded. Unless I wreck your thirst. Oh, jeez. That was a bit of teleporting cheatiness. Jeez. Sean says, Asuma, I have known you for like 20 subscribers. Ah, the classic lie. My first 25 subscribers were friends of mine who asked to subscribe to my channel. You know, every now and then you get that someone who's like, oh, it's your first ever subscriber. It's like, nope, I know who my first subscriber was. Jeez. More obsidian in the end, says McMillie. Oh my goodness me, that was a great place. What a great suggestion. Where were you a moment ago? Let's actually do that. If I want to do some caving for resources, I can come back here another time, you know. That being said, I do feel like picking up the few things that are here, since we haven't explored it massively, I guess. So nothing there. I'm not your first subscriber, says Rickard. That is absolutely true. Okay, that's just that from up there. And now I'll safely get one piece of iron. You've got to be kidding me. Let me guess, one piece of redstone. Is there lava around here? Goodbye, redstone. That's as much as I'll take. Bit of lapis. You fool, says Even. What do you mean, you fool? Who's calling me a fool? Jeez. Mean. Not a fool. Unless something shoots me into the lava, then I'll definitely be a fool. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, lava. Nice knowing you. Sorry, iron. What am I on about? Man, look how laggy this is. Crazy. Right. Well, just one. That kind of sucked. And there's a little bit more iron here. I haven't got any iron from an iron. Oh, jeez, that's so laggy. Do you know what? I'm going to check how the server's doing because we've got 2 AFKers. Let me go check the panel and see if we are losing a lot of ticks or not. We're not actually getting any skipped ticks. It's probably a connection thing. My connection's been rough for a while. Alright, have I mentioned how much I love this song before, by the way? Because I seem to mention that every time it's on. Oh, we never went round this way. Because I lost my water. Me water, mate. What's on this side anyway? Nothing. Nothing. Well, see you later. Iron. There we go. Who's your favourite hermit apart from yourself, says Section Ratio? Evil X, that guy's amazing. What's the plan on this stream, says Alric? To get obsidian, we're actually going to go to the end and get some there. I mean, I'm kind of where there is obsidian now, but whatever. We'll go to the end. Zenoriz says, I don't understand realms. Realms is so expensive, and if you... Hang on, that doesn't make any sense at all. It's a great idea to go to the end. Let's just get this stuff while we're here now. Because the reason we're getting this is to go to... somewhere. Where are we going to? A swamp. Yeah, we're going to a swamp. Jeez. Look at the sheep farm, says Dan Guy. I've already seen it. Okay, well I guess we'll stand here and do this. Why are you talking in a dramatic way when you read comments, says Spiffiest? I mean, I don't recall doing that particularly so far this stream. I mean, I change my voice a little bit when I read a comment, so it kind of makes it obvious that I'm reading a comment. Yellow Harrod says, I seem to recall a promise about there being a deep topic coming up. Yeah, like, when I talk about that stuff, it's like, it's got to be right at the front of my mind, and it was before I started streaming, but now it's kind of been pushed back a little bit. It's just that I was listening to Henry Rollins. He's an incredibly inspiring person. And then him and Joe Rogan were talking about diet, and I've just been thinking about it a lot, like about trying to. I think I'm going to try and like reshape my day. Like, what is my exercise strategy? I'm going to do some research and maybe try some new things and change it up a little bit. Like, I think one of the things Joe Rogan says is like he's got all these different activities that he does, like yoga, weightlifting, running, other things as well, like hunting, and he does all of them, and I've sort of hemmed myself in a little bit to, you know, just cycling and weightlifting, and I do the same weightlifting routine over and over again. I mean, I'm slowly increasing the weights and occasionally changing things up a little bit, but it just made me think, man, I want to like reinvent the strategy here and come up with something good. What is Doc talking about? I don't know. Zenoris says, my favourite way to fix my diet and fitness habits is to go to a doctor, and the best way to do it. I think I just blew my nose without muting the mic. Sorry if that sounded disgusting. That was just very, very, you know, autopilot, that was. Favourite way to fix my diet and fitness habits is to go to a doctor and ask for the best way to do this. Zenoris, here's the thing, like, doctors aren't really trained on that sort of stuff, right? Like, doctors are not really trained very well on diet. At least they're taught maybe outdated information. One of the things they're not taught about is sleep, right? So Joe Rogan has this fantastic interview of a guy who's like a professor of sleep, or I don't know how to say it, but like he researches the importance of sleep and has found a ton of alarming evidence that suggests that it is absolutely crucial, literally crucial, to get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day. You know, they can sort of show that without 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you undoubtedly have mental and physical fatigue, and you also become a poor judgment of your own fatigue levels. If you head over to assumeavoid.com, there is a page on there now on the menu called Knowledge or something like that. You can go there and you can find a link to that podcast. If anyone wants to improve their life in any way, you can start by just getting better rest, getting better sleep, and that podcast is a great place to start. So I'd recommend that for anyone listening who wants to change something, you know, feel healthier, feel better. Maybe you don't get like 6 or more hours of sleep. There's that podcast. Let something try and change your mind, because there's lots of valuable information there. And how do we get onto this? Yeah, anyway, he points out that doctors are giving 2 hours of very outdated education on sleep. You know, here's another thing as well. Like, I'm a really big believer in mental health having a lot to do with physical health, and that's through my own personal experience of feeling far better emotionally by routinely and continually keeping on top of my fitness levels. When my fitness levels dip because other things get in the way, you fall out of habits and routines, I can feel it affecting my moods. The best weeks are the weeks where you exercised every single day for me. And one thing that doctors won't subscribe is exercise and good rest and good diet as a solution to depression. And I've had friends and family on antidepressants, and the doctors do not subscribe sometimes therapy over taking a drug that's going to alter the chemical state of your mind, or they don't suggest doing the natural thing of exercising, which naturally releases endorphins and things that make you feel good into your mind. Like, you know, this idea that the guy in the white lab coat has all the answers for you isn't true. The best thing to do is to find information from multiple different sources and try multiple different things. Okay, rather than just hear doctor says, "Oh, I'm feeling depressed, take this pill." You know, don't do just that. I mean, I would not recommend that to anyone. But I mean, not to anyone. If I knew someone, you know, you'd make a judgment call, or whatever. Like some people have actual chemical imbalances in their brain. What I'm saying is, like, educate yourself, learn. Don't just listen to what one person says. Listen to multiple people. Use your mind. Think. Like, get information, weigh it up in your brain, try different things, and find what works for you. You could do the gym, you could do the running, you could do all of that, and you still have a problem with feeling down. Sometimes we have things in our life that are very difficult to deal with, like death, which exercise isn't going to fix. But, you know, antidepressants, probably not a great ideal way to deal with something like that. And I've known people that have been given antidepressants for stuff like that, where, you know, sometimes you feel bad in life for a good reason. You need to, like, have the strength within yourself to learn how to get through these things, right? And yeah, a doctor just subscribing you a pill, or like, you know, don't just trust the person in the white lab coat because they're a doctor. I'm not saying that you can't trust them on anything. It's just not. I don't know how to put it really. Like, not everything. We haven't got all the answers for everything. We're still figuring stuff out. Truth isn't a democracy. Many people can tell you wrong information, says Turmac. That's pretty much what I'm getting at, right? Like, we can think we're right about a lot of stuff and turn out that we're wrong, especially when we are not just creatures in the wild living with whatever's around us. We are now creating our own environments to live in and creating tons of information. You know, we can't just think we're going to get everything right. And so if you get information given to you from someone in an authoritative position, question it. Not in a way like, you're actually wrong, but just question it. Basically, you should be skeptical towards all the information you receive, says Dead Zellin. Yeah, yes, but not skeptical in a way like you have to be suspicious. Just if you're going to make big decisions in your life, like taking a pill because you feel depressed, you know, don't just go, okay, I'll take this thing and see if it works. Go and listen to it. Go research what has happened with other people that have done this. Listen to people who have alternative ideas. And try and find something that works for you. And if you find something that works for you, keep questioning it as well. Don't be afraid to listen to someone go, hey, that exercise that you're doing, there's something wrong with it, you know. Sometimes antidepressants are the best way. For example, my friend was on the verge of suicide and he's been through therapy and the mental ward just couldn't fix his mood, or his way to get through the antidepressants helped him. He now has a job, a family, a doggo. Before, like 2 years ago, I went over to his house and found him on the floor with a noose around his neck. It broke from his fall. That is a horrible thing to go through. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I mean, the specifics of the story there, I'm not sure if I've got the whole grasp of it. The point you're trying to make, that sometimes these things are needed for someone, absolutely right, it could be. The thing that I was trying to say is that I've seen it given to people who really don't need it. They are nowhere near that level of a situation. And if you're in that level of situation, it could well be that all these other things don't work for you. By the way, the reason that I've put myself at a hole here is to find some coordinates, and I'm obviously waffling, and we're into one. So let's get these coordinates down quickly. I need to make a note. Let's go that one. 280 minus 1980. Then we've got to divide by 8. So peeps, bear with me, just doing a quick bit of on-stream math. So 260 is our first coordinate, and our second one will be 1980 divided by 8. 248. We'll put that one down. Minus 248. Cool. I got our coordinates. Let's catch up on the noises in the ear. We have Lucian Ravendwell. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get out of this hole. I appreciate your support and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Sorry for the late reply, I guess. We need to go up here quickly. So a lot of people are putting long messages in chat. I would like to reply to all of you. I'm going to try and pick out a few. Also, Doc was waging in. I have no idea which doctors you talk about, but any doctor in the world will tell you to work out and eat healthy. Here in the UK, that is not subscribed advice, unfortunately. Antidepressants always have to be accompanied by active mental and physical therapy. Not in the UK. It's very dangerous to just take antidepressants and not work mentally and physical therapy. I agree completely. If someone is depressed, the antidepressants will re-energize this person and they might have enough energy to commit suicide. I mean, wait, they will or they won't? Yeah, I think you're saying that it can prevent suicide, and that's absolutely right. Like, I'm not knocking the use of it. It is just that, unfortunately, like, we can't think that doctors just have the right answers all the time. Some of them will. Some of them will have a better judgment call on when not to subscribe. But what Doc's saying is right. Like, you know, you need to go through therapy to do these things. And yeah, and Doc, here in the UK, you don't have to go through therapy to get on antidepressants, and doctors do not subscribe sleep, they do not subscribe exercise, none that I've ever been to have. Friends and family, not been subscribed those things either, as far as I know. So maybe I'm just like a small sample size that happens to be biased to those things inside a large system with lots of people, you know. It can happen. It could be that, you know, everyone you know has been struck by lightning, but you only know 10 people, right? Odds are incredibly slim. Technically still possible. Like, I'm trying to point out that I could have the wrong picture just by unfortunate odds. Right, we're at 260. The next one needs to be 248. So that way, 100 blocks. Doc says, when I worked in elderly clinics, many people with there suffer from depression. It can be common with people who are aging. When life is behind you, it can make you feel that way, I guess. Antidepressants and mental training. There you go. Where are you going, says Flaming Wizard? We're going to a desert. Right, what was that number? Sorry, desert? No, we're not. We're going to swamp. What was that number? Jeez, I'm trying to find it. -248. You got Doc M's message wrong, says Stephen. I think I got it wrong a moment ago. But I think we got to the right bit in the end, maybe. Okay, this is kind of like good enough for me. I'm going to put it here. Alright, I don't fancy all of that death over there. Alright, now the chat is going to go mad. Not because I placed the block there, but because I'm going to leave... That's right. I'm not filling in the corners, and I'm leaving one cobblestone block. OCD. OCD, oh no. How could you do that? I tell you what, peeps, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Okido says, yeah, I got the feeling it may be partially down to the doctors you've interacted with, because my experience, the NHS GPs are a lot better, where most haven't prescribed antidepressant. That message is now off the screen. I'm sorry I didn't get to read all of it. I can't like pause or scroll through my chat. It just comes and goes, unfortunately. So if I miss it, I miss it. Doc is right. You need to begin forming healthy habits alongside taking antidepressants. Medications like that help you muster the energy. Not this again. Yeah, I Lipset, I agree with Doc, absolutely. Right, let's hope this doesn't start recurring again, because this happened the other day. Even Swan says, X, can we change the subject to something else? If this is too dark, gloomy for you, let's lighten the tone a little bit. Like, we're trying to be positive about this, right? I'm encouraging exercise and good eating habits, good sleeping habits. For anyone out there who is feeling, you know, depressed in any way, and maybe you feel like you don't have hope and solution, like you can find people that are putting out good information and good advice on the internet. Don't be afraid to start off by asking and looking around. You know, there's nothing wrong with looking for help, and I highly recommend just the act of doing something simple. I'm not even talking about thinking things through, therapy, anything like that. Like, just the reward you will get from working out or going for a run, a walk, a cycle, anything physical, your body rewards you for with good feelings. And that can be a great help to have that in your life to combat, you know, whatever's you bringing you down. So that's just the note I'll end this on, right? Like, you can do something. You can make a decision and try something. And hey, if it don't work for you, then maybe you should, you know, seek therapy or a doctor. But really, for a lot of people, just general bad mood, feeling upset when there's nothing big or deep underneath that, it's as simple as exercise can help so much. I never had better highs as dunking on some form of basketball. Sports is amazing. Yeah, sports is great. I have lots of fond memories of like scoring goals as a kid or whatever, playing football. Like, it's a combination of like physical and then this mental investment in the idea of competing. It's great. So we're here to collect ourselves, I guess. Oh wait, the swamps. They just look so different now, don't they? We're going to get some clay. I think I want to stock up on clay. I've got a feeling I'm going to need some for a future build. By the way, 6 minutes ago we had Retep Butts subscribing, so thank you so much for subscribing. Reiner says that's how you run into people who claim to be able to fix you by like pulling on your aura or something. I think I know what you're trying to get at. That like, yeah, I think I know what you're trying to get at there. That's why earlier I said, buddy, like I said, like listen to multiple sources. I'm under the belief that the most, I don't know, the logical, the health, like this is the thing. If someone's into some sort of like, I can fix you by your aura and talking to spirits or someone, if someone buys into that, then I guess I'm under the belief that as long as you listen to that, this thing that you've been drawn to that perhaps says, I can fix your problems by looking at your aura, and you're also listening and trying from someone who says, I can fix, you know, your feelings by you exercising. If you do both, I have this feeling that the exercise is going to win, but I could be wrong. Some people do get sucked into these things. So then I'm going to say, you know, that you shouldn't get sucked into trying to fix your life by reading horoscopes. But then that's just my opinion at the end of the day. And as much as I think I'm right and there's logic behind it, it is still my opinion. And you'll look at someone who perhaps is doing those things and thinking you're doing it wrong. But wrong and right are fickle things, you know. Everyone experiences reality in their own way. I'd like to think that I've got the right answers for everyone, but it might not be true. Not trying to give credit to these things, just trying to point out the nature of reality, really. Rotile animation, sorry to hear that, bro, but look what Scar does. He has also having a lot of medical issues, but he is unstoppable building master. Scar's an incredible person, man. Like, I think like, I don't even think of Scar like in a wheelchair. Like that doesn't really cross my mind when I think this guy's amazing. I'm just like impressed with his attitude, the things he talks about in his streams, like what he does with the game. He's like an artist, you know. The fact that I don't even think about that shows you how it doesn't have to inhibit you at all, you know. Whoa! Okay, that was cool. We just revealed some secret terrain. Probably the entrance to a cave or something. Hey X, what car do you drive? Says Ulash. I drive a 4-wheel black car. Oh, so elusive. Yeah, it's never been a topic in the group. Yeah, it hasn't actually. Yeah, good point. Doesn't need to be, does it? Like, I guess. X, how many hours does it take to make a video? How many hours of Minecraft? How many hours editing? I edit as I go, so it's like a process of record, edit, record, edit. Generally, it takes about, at the moment, I'd say it takes about 8 hours of playing in the game to maybe a bit more than that to make an episode. I do like a lot of other stuff though as well. Like some of you are aware of my hobbies, and I'm an active person. Like I do a lot of running and weightlifting, and I have to look after the house, cook for myself and stuff. Like a lot of my time, like in a day, gets sucked up into doing other stuff as well. But I definitely used to spend a lot more time before I moved out on videos. But pretty much most of my day is spent trying to get something done. Like I don't like downtime. I don't like just not really doing anything, you know. I'll make the time to have that sort of brain dead, oh, just watch some movie and turn off my brain for a while. I'll make time for that every now and then, but I try not to just do that idly in the day. I don't want to get sucked into, I don't know, watching a bunch of random videos on YouTube for hours on end. I want to keep doing something, keep productive. So, so yeah, I guess what I'm trying to get at is that I've put my productivity into other places, whereas it used to just be all Minecraft. And it's really weird, because like, if you listen to me talk about being productive, exercising, lifestyle, stuff like that, good health, a lot of that has strangely like come from Minecraft in a weird way, because Minecraft was this opportunity put in my lap, and it taught me a lot about hard work and about being disciplined and having a plan, making plans. Like it gave me all of that in a weird way, because there was this thing in front of me where it was like, hey, this could be your job, this could be your living, you could got an opportunity here to do something very interesting. And I absolutely took it, and it taught me all of these skills. And I guess now I've kind of applied those skills to other things, right? Speaking of which, like one of them that I applied to was the guitar, but the guitar is just not working out for me at the moment. And now that the heat wave's over, I'm going to give it another shot and see if it was like the heat was just making it annoying to play, I guess. But I feel a bit weird with the guitar at the moment. I'm really struggling to motivate myself to keep going. And I guess I'll have to take my time to think about what that means. Playing games is my turn off my brain and forget about life for a while. I guess that doesn't apply to YouTubers, says Samurai. Well, it can do. That doesn't... I guess there's a little bit of that in playing Minecraft, right? But Minecraft is like a bit more than me just playing a game. It's like I'm creating something for other people and I'm expressing myself through what I do in the game, because it is a naturally creative game. But that's why I don't like other types of games. Like I find it really difficult to just play a game for a bit, because a lot of games, like, they're providing experience that is trying to essentially take the currency of your time and invest it in that game. And I don't feel like that's productive, right? Unless it's a part of this. Like if I play a game like Doom and I'm not recording, I feel like I'm wasting my life. But if I make it into an experience that I'm sharing with someone else for a video, then it doesn't have that feeling anymore. So that's kind of how I feel about games in general. You know, like they've lost that charm. Like when I was young, I used to play them for ages. I just don't have that anymore. I just feel like I'm wasting my time unless I'm doing something like this. Alu Cats is here with some bits saying, was going to say sometime before, but I had to go for a bit. About the doctors. First thing my doctor told me to do when I was depressed was to get a gym membership. And when I told him I didn't have any money for that, he got me a prescription that said the county will pay for me. That's awesome. Basically, not all doctors push pills. Yeah, sorry if I gave the impression that all doctors do. I was trying to say to be, you know, like... we don't need to go over this again. If you heard that entire conversation, I think I kind of pointed out what I was trying to get at. You know, when I'm on the spot here, live streaming and waffling, it can be easy to sort of try and express yourself and get things a little bit wrong. But I think we kind of covered all the grounds there with that topic. Country, says Cats in chat. Oh, I said county, didn't I? Depends on the one. Yes. Also depends on the system, right? Like some other people have pointed out that some NHS doctors do subscribe exercise. I don't know if it's like in the curriculum, air quotes, that they're taught to say to the people that they see. But maybe some doctors here in the UK might say that based on their own life experiences. But again, that just depends on what the curriculum says. But anyway, we've been through that. Cats, thank you so much for the bits. Appreciate it. Rhinus454 is here saying, hey, extra good guy. And then cheer, 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 cheer. Thank you so much, man, for the kind message. I appreciate it. And thank you for all the bits and the cheers. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We got Matt Dingo Man, subscriber with Amazon Prime. Matt Dingo Man, I like your name. Thank you for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Do you know what? I don't know where the portal is. I think we should turn around because I shouldn't wander too far from that portal, right? Shouldn't wander too far at all. I should also probably sleep in a bed. I think it's somewhere in that direction, and we'll probably mine some blocks on the way back. Right. Hardcoded says, Asuma, when did you decide to start aiming for a much healthier lifestyle? Were you always like that? No, I used to have a pretty unhealthy lifestyle. I mean, I don't want to go into the details really, but not healthy. And I kind of was at a point where I was sort of like at rock bottom in my life, and essentially I thought the only thing I can do is look upwards and like go upwards. There was nowhere else to go. And I kind of started by getting on my bike and just cycling, and I was listening to a Devin Townsend album called Key. So that album now has like this very special quality where it just reminds me of like every day I'd just put on this record and just go cycle for a couple of hours. And I had no knowledge of what I was doing. I didn't understand anything much about my body or my diet, and it took me a long time really. And what's kind of funny is that the pace increases. Like I learn more and more about diet the further I get into this whole process of like trying to improve what I eat and my health. But it all just started with getting on the bike and cycling, and then over time I just learned more things. At one point I decided to get like some weights and start lifting them. I didn't really know what I was doing, but then I started to learn more and more about that. Yeah, that's just where it kind of started. Yoko Jono says, loving Doc interacting with chat. He's making up for my inadequacies at reading my own chat, I guess. Platinum Jill says, X, would you consider making a video about all the different types of keyboard shortcuts on Minecraft? I guess I could. I'll put that on the idea list, actually. That sounds like a smart video to make. Let's go keyboard shortcuts. I'll look into that. I'll look into that. See, one of the things that I do besides just making Hermitcraft episodes is I make tutorials and stuff, but I also try and make videos that hit like SEO, which is search engine optimization. So for the long run of my channel, if I always made just videos that were for you guys, that were like, you know, if I called my video my latest Minecraft tips, right? Some of you would tune in, watch them, and then that would be it. Like there goes the video. But if I package the information I know about this game in a way where it's like, you know, top 10 Minecraft shortcut keys you didn't know about, that goes into the search engine and attracts viewers and clicks to your video, and that sustains your channel in the long run. So I try to balance having these sort of raw kind of fun in Minecraft Hermitcraft videos with also getting in some good SEO sort of stuff, right? But my motivation for doing that like is kind of fickle. Fickle, is that the right word? Just it wanes. It's not much of a drive for it. But anyway, if there's ever an idea like that, it's like, oh, I could spend some time thinking about all the shortcut keys I know, and then think, can I package this into a video that people might search for, and then they'll be able to find the channel and keep the whole thing going, you know? The Anon Steve says clickbait titles. Yes, but I think the term clickbait needs some sort of refinement, really, because in a way you are clickbaiting, but when I clickbait, it is to give you what you clicked for as well, right? Like, you see, like I said, I can just make a video like Asuma's latest tips for my subscribers. It doesn't encourage anyone who's doesn't know who I am or not invested in learning some tips to click. But then if I call it crazy new Minecraft trick you didn't know about, loads of people will go, what's this? I'll click on that. But then if you give them a crazy Minecraft trick that they didn't know about, is it really clickbait? You know, so my philosophy with making clickable thumbnails and titles is like, I'm not trying to lie to you. I'm not trying to cheat you. If this thing says, you know, this amazing trick, then there's going to be an amazing trick is the idea. I think Echo should be in Hermitcraft, says Chill Veek. Echo? Do you mean... is that an EFO joke? Also, EFO's a part of Hermitcraft. Jeez, come on now, guys. He's been with us, as has Doc from Season 3. Doc, if you're still watching, that was so amazing when Doc and EFO joined Hermitcraft. Especially Doc, because Doc is like... For those of you that don't know, Doc is like one of the first YouTubers I watched on Minecraft. Let me see, who did it start with? Was it Doc or was it Static? But it was like Doc, Static, and EFO were like the first three, and then Doc gave me like a shout out because I did some stuff, technical stuff, figured out like some breeding mechanics and putting them together, making cells and all this cool stuff we did back in the day when the technical community was not as nuanced as it is today. Like, they can add any feature into the game today, and like the SciCraft team will just come along and make a maximum efficiency stuff straight away. Like, that was back in a time when we didn't think and play the game that way. You were in the World Tour, man. Absolutely, yeah, the World Tour. Oh wow, it was only me and Aoife that were in there. I didn't know that. I thought you brought on a few other people, or maybe that was just the plan. But yeah, the motherboard. That was crazy old school. So yeah, Doc's World Tour was like one of my favourite like series to watch, and it was just from a time when the game was just so fresh and new that like nothing was formatted. You didn't know what you was gonna get. Like, every episode was just like, what's gonna happen next in this game, you know? I feel like 1.13 has brought a little bit of that back, you know, this going around learning about how these mechanics of water and stuff have changed and finding things when you're playing. Oh, World Tour hype. World Tour, jeez. World Tour hype. It's coming back, peeps. I look forward to that. It'd be interesting to see what you do, Doc. Yeah, Doc also invented this thing called the perimeter back then, which was something you probably see every now and then, because now it's fully understood. Back then, I think the idea was like, hey, I'm gonna create this area where my base is, where nothing can spawn, and It will be completely different. All right. Oh well, I'm interested to see what you do, Doc. Whatever it is. Yeah. So Doc like had this perimeter base where it was like this big. It was all built out of sandstone, and like there was these big walls. Well, they weren't walls because it was all flat, but it's kind of hard to describe. But yeah, it was just like a sealed off area in which nothing could spawn, and it allowed Doc to do all these like farming things. And now perimeters are like pretty common concept, right? You look at a farm video, it's now just in a void world to sort of emphasize if you've got nothing around, this thing's going to work faster. Anyway, LSD Pengu's here subscribing with Amazon Prime. LSD Pengu, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I just realized I've left my timer off the screen. There we go. Important to have that. In fact, I've left a couple of things off the screen here. How many people have we got watching? Jeez! 2,300 peeps tuning in to listen to me waffle and ignore them. I'm so sorry. Today's not been an interactive one, right? Every now and then we have interactive ones. And today is not... I say every now and then. I'd like to think that most of them are interactive. Let's try and shift things here. What are you guys thinking about? X, what do you need this clay for? I need it just to have a supply of clay, right? Like, I'm going to need it at some point, so let's get it now. While I thought, why don't we go do this? I'm just happy we're still around, man, after all these years. Yeah, it is truly blessed, right? Truly blessed. We've been doing this for a long time. Doc even longer than me. I'm approaching 7 years on YouTube. Yep, that sounds right. September 25th, 2011. Just, it's so weird that, like, just made this innocuous, is that the right word? Decision to go, I'm going to make a little video. Put it on YouTube. This looks like fun, and then it turned out to be utterly life-changing. Now, the lesson to be learned there is that you don't do stuff like, is this going to change my life? You just do stuff. If you go out into the world and you do things, that's the only way other things are ever going to happen. Like, don't think that everything you do is going to be a success or lead to some sort of life-changing event. But like, if you go out there and try stuff, then who knows what can happen. That Jared says, hey X, have you ever seen much on the No Man's Sky next update? I'm kind of fond of that game. I'm fond of our time live streaming it, even though we didn't do it for long and the game kind of lacked content. We had fun and the atmosphere of the game was cool. So I've seen the hype for it, but I don't know what's in it, and I'd like to learn a bit more about it because I'd be interested in playing it. But my current plan for games is when the new Doom game comes out, I'll play that on my second channel. No doubt we'll do the same, no editing, watch me die over and over again, like nothing edited at all kind of approach. I've eaten all my food, haven't I? City Skylines, I plan on doing a series on the main channel at some point in the future, not sure when. And what was the game you just mentioned? Oh yeah, No Man's Sky. I think I would like to stream that again one day. I don't know when that will be, but I would like to stream it again. That's not going to be enough. What am I doing? I would like to stream it again. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, our next nostalgia game, by the way, is Red Alert from the Command & Conquer series. So at some point we're going to start streaming Red Alert again. So those are my plans. Probably not going to stream City Skylines. Probably going to do a series on the main channel. Doom on the second channel, and we're going to stream some Red Alert at some point. But right now it's all Hermitcraft is all I want to do. Wait, how is Fullcraft related to Hermitcraft, says Ty Bite? Well, some of the people who play on Fullcraft are from Hermitcraft, I guess. And it's obviously a majority and made by Iskall, a hermit. So that's the relation, I guess. That Jard says, great, the newest update has breathed life back into it. That's cool. What can you go into some specifics, maybe? How do you stay so dedicated to Minecraft world? To get bored after an hour or so. Okay, so I have a different experience from the average player that I have an audience. Knowing that when you do stuff, people are going to tune in and appreciate it and enjoy it, like, that's a huge motivator. If I didn't have an audience, if all of you disappeared tomorrow, I probably, in all fairness, would stop playing. I mean, assumedly, like, I don't think the experience would be anywhere near the same without an audience. A lot of this is about, like, when I build stuff and do things, it's about seeing the reaction to it and the fact that Yeah, that's another factor actually. It's not just that. It's like we're playing in a community here. Like community makes a huge difference. Playing with other people on the server, you know, servers have got much more life than single players worlds. Updated graphics, new ability to have missions, building. Oh, building sounds good. Update to graphics seems a little unimportant. So missions and building. I mean, building was something I really wanted to do when I was streaming that game, so... But in reality, you also just play because it's your job, says Sagatho. I wouldn't word it like that. I wouldn't word it like I just do it because it's my job. Because I love this job. Like, it's amazing. It's wonderful. It's like an absolute pleasure to do this, right? So I wouldn't word it like that at all. Right, I don't know where that... I absolutely got no idea where that portal is. Totally wandered off track. Let's maybe head... Oh, actually, do you know what? I kind of remember the coordinates a little bit. I think if we go this way a bit and then that way about 200 blocks, should bring us back to the numbers that I used in the Nether. That might be a really good way to find it again, actually. We've got noises in the ear. Dantillion Threak has subscribed to Amazon Prime. Static Cats has subscribed to Amazon Prime as well. Thank you to the both of you for your Prime subscriptions. Greatly appreciate that support. Hope you are enjoying the stream that we are doing today. If you see a portal, I see a portal. Peeps, I see a portal. I know where we're going. That's wonderful. We found it. Well, no need to say anything. Do you want to make a tutorial of your mini guardian farm, says Actum. Not really, because it's a pain in the butt to build. I need to find a better way to build it or make the thing better in some way. Like, it's not really a starter farm yet. You know, like it needs some of its kinks ironed out, so to speak. Yoko Jono says, I watch your videos so much more than your streams and keep expecting jump cuts. Yeah, they're different formats, right? Different style of thing going on. People like to say, hey, he talks so differently. But that's how it's going to be, right? Like, this is a continual flow of talk compared to thinking about what you're going to say, saying it, showing something, and then cutting. It's a different kind of energy. Pony Butts in chat saying, I'm going straight to bed, but going to be lurking with Sumer on speakers. Alright, Pony. Pony says, also I got Star Set tonight. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. That's great. Where's the... There it is, on top of the tree. Doc, I think the best thing to do might be to actually build a farm over here. There doesn't seem to be a lot of them. Idiosyncratic user says, I love when you stream as an Australian. You time it perfectly for me to actually watch you. Cool. I mean, what I do is I stream in the mornings on the weekends and in the evenings in the weeks so that I try and catch. Just bring some of those flowers. Just need one. Well, there you go. I got more than one. I guess let's go find Doc now. We've spent a bit of time in this area, and I got some more things we need to do. So let's bring him those flowers. Let's make a stack. Did I bring... Yeah, I've picked up all the things that I placed down in terms of chests and whatnot. Go to spawn shop area. Cool. Wait, spawn? You just mean the shopping district, I think. Mr. Slinky says, hey X, what is your thought... Oh, good God, that's scary. What is your thoughts on... I think that message just got deleted. Oh, well, I didn't get to read that one then. Oh, there is... Is that where we came from? Because there's random cobble out here. Well, that reminds me, one of the things that I wanted to do was link up Iskal's portal. I figured out where it was, and he's got a bit of a pain in the bum way to move around. So I was thinking of moving that and connecting it to the hub. Is this the way I came down? Yes. Yes, thank goodness. Thank goodness for navigation. Ah! Who's playing games? Well, I got no arrows! No! Ow! I keep forgetting about that. Let's pick up some arrows while we go past the skeleton farm. Great idea. Idiosyncratic user says, X, you were discussing the other week your dislike for people idolising you. What are your thoughts on fans sending fan art? I mean, fan art's great. I just don't want to, like, people to hold this idea of, I don't know. I haven't thought about that for a bit. What I was getting at, it was, I guess, like... Now, my head's really not, like, in the space that when I was talking about that, but something along the lines of wanting people to, like, look at themselves more than at other people when it comes to, like, get inspired by people, but don't idolize. Like, take what you like about someone else and incorporate it into yourself. You know, grow as a person, as opposed to just watching someone else do something, I guess is kind of my worry with that kind of stuff. Where's all my armor gone? Oh no! I'm going to go over here. I'm going to jump around. There we go. Whoa! Magic tricks! You have been here for ages. This guy's... Oh, this guy's picked up armor from the farm. That makes sense. Arrows. Yes, please. 2 stacks. Don't mind if I do. Alright, now we've got arrows sorted. The Geek Online says, grow as a person, don't become a different person. Sure, they're sort of one and the same thing, maybe. Depends on how you mean different. I mean, yeah, the grow is the good part there. Thing is, there's this thing. I used to have this, like, when I was younger. I see it a lot in hip-hop lyrics, and an attitude in young people is this, like, I will never change, you know, like this kind of no change attitude, right? Which I think a lot of the time sort of expresses this idea that you're, like, true to yourself in some way, or that you've got integrity, right? But I feel like at the same time the expression kind of misses out on something, that change, man, change is like, it's all that's ever going to happen. Everything is going to change, and you should go with it. You should go with change. You should flow with it. If you flow against it, it's going to bring you down. That's not to say that, like... I wonder if we can hit dock while we're in teleport mode. No. No. And now we're actually here. Oh, God! Please stop! Oh, the portal's trying to eat me. There we go. Bam! For the Guardian Man himself. Oh! Oh! Oh, Doc! I should have known! I should have known! I should have known better! Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Let's put away this clay before we might lose it to the doctor, you know? Oh, no! Well, I had a chest full of potions, but apparently I left it. Oh, could have thrown a potion at Doc. That would have been funny. Now he's going to kill me because he's listening to the live stream. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Jessica says, the doctor. Yeah, the doctor. Got you back. Indeed. GG. Now we're even. Even though I didn't die 3 times. Oh. That cracked me up, Doc, when you jumped over the enchanting table to try and get your items. That cracked me up because when I was placing them down, I kept trying to do the same thing. You try and, like, there was one over here, right? And so I would, well, not in this situation, but like in Mumbo's shop, I'm trying to go through. So I'd try and like jump over it and it'd push me back, and I'd try and jump around the side. And sometimes my health would get quite low. I've got this idea though for like actually, I'm not going to say what I've got an idea for. Hi! Jeez, scaring me there. Let me go check my list. What was the other thing we needed to do this stream? We got like one other thing to take care of. Oh, that was it. We need to farm some dark... Oh yeah, we need to get regular clay as well. Not regular clay, sorry, terracotta. Shoot, I was over in that area a moment ago. I guess I'll have to take a trip later. We built Cubfan. That looks amazing. Glad to know that Doc dies because of X's pufferfish. I mean, I think one of them might have been my fault. Doc, did I ever get you in your own base? Because that one I don't think I saw in a video. Storms420 is here, subscribe with Amazon Prime, and Seraphim Noctis has subscribed with Amazon Prime as well. Yep. I guess off camera. Oh wow, you were probably close to it. Man, there's still more people where I've hidden pufferfishes they haven't found yet. Yeah, sorry about that. If you ever want to use my skeleton grinder, it's set up for looting and AFKing with food. I'm getting messaged a lot. I need to check my phone. What's this? Right, check the turtle profits, says Orbstrider. I'll do that in my next episode. I think I'm going to wrap up my stream here because I've got other things to do this day and people are texting me and I've got things to take care of. So we're going to wrap the stream up right here, peeps. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been wonderful. We've had some interesting discussions. We gathered some materials. We built a Cubfan. And I'll have an episode coming out on my channel tomorrow that you all should check out. It's going to be a great episode. Yeah, so I don't have my raid window open, so we will go raid someone on Twitch. So massive thanks to everyone for tuning in. I will pick a random channel and send you over there. So again, big thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. As always, appreciating your support, and I'll see you in the next stream. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.